Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Falcons going up against the Chiefs.
Well, Larry, we'll have to go a long way to match the excitement from Houston last year, but this crowd is ready to give it a shot as we welcome you into our EA Sports telecast of Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down at this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's SimDog here. Sorry about the difficulties last night. I was trying to broadcast. My system had probably about one good simulation left in it. Then the game got a little funny, so that's why I kept cutting it off. We're going to get this going here.
Well over 100 million people watching around the world. Welcome to you all. Super Bowl 52 underway from Minneapolis. This is taken at his full.
Yes,
They'll
indeed.
take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So I simulated this game offline,
Now to get the football for the first time.
and it looks really good. It's competitive.
And that, of course, is their signal caller.
These are two of my favorite teams. Maybe not absolute favorite. I really, I like the Vikings a lot. I simulate them more than any other team, but I really like the Chiefs as well. And they compete.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Out of the AFC teams,
Any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage.
yeah, out of the AFC teams,
First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel
sorry.
room? Visualizing exactly
I don't want to know.
that.
Let me just wait for
That's
them to
what they were
finish
thinking
talking.
about. Making that play, having leverage.
Yeah.
Getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez,
All
you
right.
Fired up.
They talk a lot.
Play like that, I can't help it.
Let me just.
The yard gets them back where they started. Now it's third
I
and
got
10.
every time I try to do
Let's
this.
look at the
All right,
offense.
anyway,
Devontae
I'm gonna shut up. I
Freeman,
just
this
wanted to
is
say a
guy
few
that you wanted
things.
to talk about,
Out of
so take it
the
away.
AFC
Brandon, you've seen a
teams,
running back play
we
with
got
such
Julio
joy
Jones there.
as well as such
Out of the
fury.
AFC teams,
I
the
love
Chiefs,
way he
they're
runs
definitely
the
one of the
football
best
and
teams.
attacks defenses.
The Ravens obviously have a really good D, and they're tough, but the Chiefs could easily be seen as they're a good team to represent the AFC teams.
And he'll slide down to
And the
avoid
Falcons are a good
contact.
team as well.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be fourth down.
Expect to see, a fast game. Deion Sanders is out there. Jamaal Charles.
Matt Bosher on to punt. Back
And,
deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas.
Check out the contrast from Deion Sanders to Joe Montana. Joe Montana doesn't play exactly how I like him to play based on the AI and what I'm allowed to program him to, but he's pretty good. Joe Montana is a beast, man. He's gonna
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
He's gonna succeed against this Falcons secondary in a way that is better than what you're used to seeing. He's going to pick them apart in a way that you're not used to seeing quarterbacks be able to pick this secondary apart. They're very good. And he doesn't even have the best of guys. I know Josh Gordon said 98 overall, if you noticed that before the game started. But I didn't make him like, in the franchise mode, you get overall points based on like your size. Oh, wow. One thing about Joe, he doesn't have the best of arm strength. So a throw like that's going to be difficult for him to make accurately. I'm going to shut up. But yeah, man, just check this game out. Check out, look for Jamaal Charles to make big plays. Kick returning in this game is going to be exciting. Both teams have good kick returners, and Michael Vick is electric. And Joe Montana he's a surgeon. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
When Atlanta drafted Desmond Trufant and Robert Alford, they thought they were going to get some young corners that would grow into the job, and boy, have they been right. Desmond Trufant, Pro Bowl in 2015. Unfortunately, hurt in 2016. Wasn't able to play in the Super Bowl. Might have been the difference down the stretch against the New England Patriots.
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Eric Berry exemplifies what I think you're looking for in an NFL safety nowadays. He's what I call a down and distance guy. No matter what the offense has down and distance, they're going to deploy him in a spot where he can have the greatest impact. Versus the run, versus the pass, Eric Berry can do it all.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Coming left, it's Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now here comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah,
so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamaal Charles. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, it's Charles. Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go! Green, 30.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Look at the dance and the juke. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And Freeman lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And now here comes Kansas City. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And going deep and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So out come the Falcons now. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. Watkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with it.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Charles taken down for the safety. Well, you talk about safety first. Gosh, for such a rare play, kind of unbelievable how many Super Bowls recently have begun with a safety. Charles, you had Tom Brady getting called for grounding against the Giants in Super Bowl 46.
Peyton Manning with the snap over his head in Super Bowl 48.
Yep, and now here's this one. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 15. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Freeman again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 52. It's a tight game here early. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They run. Charles. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? they're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. Oh, the spin. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front. to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they get up getting their first down.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
10th carry now for Jamaal Charles. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. backed up that close to their own end zone usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And that will make this a 16-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jamaal Charles now gearing up to go again on offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Back to throw here. Caught here by Conley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They find some open field here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Freeman, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go! Move, 58! Move, 58!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 42. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Super Bowl 52 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now back to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A dump off for Charles. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He'll drop to throw. Now Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try Joe Montana with a different playbook. I'm not gonna go past the halftime break. This is gonna be the last play. We're gonna take this knee. This game, I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing.
Running down, they go down to a knee. So these two teams will head back to their respective locker rooms here in Super Bowl 52 from Minnesota. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios
these
in
stats,
Orlando, where we find our man Larry
I'm pretty sure these stats, I mean, they're going to be one-sided. Joe Montana, they're not giving Joe Montana the right plays. The plays within this playbook just aren't, against this Falcons defense, no one's getting open, and Joe Montana didn't have an opportunity to succeed. So I'm gonna change the Chiefs playbook.
Now following the interception, ball's going to be up for grabs here. Chiefs here, they have it at the 47.
You know what? Wait, before I do, you know what? Let's see what the Chiefs do. Let's see what they do in this possession after halftime. Because the AI does change up at halftime if they need to. And they definitely need to, so let's see.
Falcons up now by 16. First and 10. Hill's got the reception, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 33-yard line. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. The second half of Super Bowl 52 still to come as we kick it back over to Brandon and Charles in Minneapolis.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Wow. How about that? They come out here and they do what we wanted them to do. Or at least what I wanted them to do. I'm happy about that drive. Joe Montana, they gave him a more vertical passing attack. They kept running all that horizontal stuff. It's just the fact their defense is too fast, and Joe Montana tore him up on that drive. Deion hasn't found anywhere to go. That interception he had was nice, but yeah, okay, I'm happy about that. So let's see what the Falcons' offense looks like. Let's see what adjustments they made at the halftime.
Fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Jones. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Falcons on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be third and forever. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 17 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
All right, I'm back.
There's Matt
Falcons are pretty bottled up.
He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
On that last drive, and the punt returner, DeAnthony Thomas, is going to get some space here. Let's see what he can do with it.
Oh, good footwork on the spin.
All right, space closed up pretty quick on him. Yes, indeed, man. I'm excited. I'm so happy because I was tired. I keep quitting this game and started it. I didn't want to have to do that again.
I like where you're going with that.
Let's hopefully Joe Montana, they can repeat. I want them to score another touchdown on this drive, which will force the Falcons to make some adjustments. I really want to see Michael Vick get open, get loose, and I want to see Montana get loose. You know, I want to see all these offenses open up. Even though both of these teams have good defenses. You know, and the Falcons defense is just, it's fast, really. It's not like it's stout, but so many offenses are speed-based. The Falcons defense, they seem better than what they actually are in this game. Because it's such a fast defense.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Woo!
Over the middle to Hill.
What a play.
13 yards there.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait till they show the comparison from the beginning of the game to the latter part of the game. See how much Joe Montana has improved.
And have a great chance of success.
Look at this.
On that play.
He's on fire right now.
He's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position.
I don't want to jinx Montana, but man, he's looking really good right now. Now, if we can get Jamaal Charles some running room, can get him in space, that'd be nice. But right, it looks like they're focused on passing the ball right now, though. Oh, okay, look at that closed up quick. Man, I'm telling you, this Falcons defense is so fast. Running backs like Adrian Peterson succeeds against them. He has power and speed, but most running backs on this game, they have a hard time against the Falcons defense. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys with that O-line and Ennis Smith, he probably have some success against him. Bo Jackson, I haven't done Bo Jackson against the Falcons yet. He probably succeed.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short.
They're going to be in after 3. Let's see if the Chiefs can get revenge. They gave up a safety earlier. Let's see if they could get some revenge now. Michael Vick has been all right. He almost threw an interception.
And tough starting field position.
That was a crazy pass he threw. And that one pass we rolled out to the left and threw back to the right. Let's see what he has here.
The drive will start
and they're
with
going to run it. Oh, okay. That was smart.
He's going to take this up past the
The Falcons O-line is probably better than what it should be. A little while back, I had the Barry Sanders on the Falcons, and I was trying to experiment, and I boosted their O-line a bit, and I realized I never brought it back to reality. Wow. Wow. Whoa, that's their third string tight end. He's fast.
Deep into Kansas City territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Oh, that's a mismatch all day. Derek Thomas ain't built to cover people. He caught him.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
Yeah, the Falcons O-line is better than what I would probably want it to be right now. I don't see the Falcons as a team that would be blowing the Chiefs off the line. I don't see them as a team that would be dominating in the trenches against the Chiefs, you know? So, I mean, they're not completely dominating them, but it's kind of easy right now for Devonta Freeman to run between the tackles, and that's not something that I want. That's not something that I want in this game. So that's something. It's always something, man. But these games, no game. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I simulated a game. And I simulate so many games where I'm completely satisfied with what I did on my end to make the game what I feel is good for that particular matchup. Or it's never completely right. It's just one other thing I might have to adjust. I'm just going to pull up the regular roster, or I might load up Madden 19 and just look at their O-line and get a feel for how good it is and do that. The Falcons, I mean, they've had a decent line. You got to have a decent line to win, but they were never known for having a dominant line.
This time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive.
And one thing, they have a good center. Let's see. All right, so let's see what's up with Joe Mo. Check that out. 7 for 7, 90 yards, second half.
Not the best start. But it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that
it's a good thing I didn't quit the game.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon.
Man, he's in such a good groove right now.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It'll be Charles again.
Whoa, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, that's him trying to stiff arm.
And he takes
Damn.
this one down all the way near the 30. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Man, that was nice.
He does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch
He should have left that stiff arm alone and just ran.
ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, he should have just kicked it into gear right there. That's what they always do that in this game, though, you know. So, what I want, man, I want to be able to do this, like for real, for real. Like I want a game. I wish they had a game like this, where like you could coach and just be like a coach, or, you know. I think this is the most enjoyable way to play for me. Jamaal Charles with space again. The Chiefs O-line, I made their O-line the way their O-line was when Jamaal Charles played, Priest Holmes. I just know that, you know, they had dominant guards. In the center, they were dominant when it came to run blocking. Ray Lewis can atone to that. There's an interview online. I believe it's ESPN. Ray Lewis is saying the best line he played against was the Chiefs. And he was how much of a headache they were. And he was describing this one particular play where Haloti Ngata, he was young, he had just came in, and he made a mistake. He missed a read, and Jamaal Charles just blew right by him, like right up the gut, you know, like in between the tackles, you know. Jamaal Charles don't even weigh 200 pounds, and, you know, that's how good the line was. Jamaal Charles could run between the tackles against the Ravens. So I modeled them after that. I made their guards dominant, and I made their guards dominant as far as run blocking is concerned. I made them strong. I made them aware. And their centers, I made their center good. You know, and their tackles are good. I didn't make them better than the Cowboys line, because I kind of modeled the Cowboys line after the older line, but really their line, I didn't do anything to the guys that are superstars now. I just added another guard and made him run block oriented, and I added another tackle, made him more run block oriented, just like how I made them strong and I made them run block oriented. That's how the line was when Emmitt Smith had all those yards. But I didn't make them like as physically opposing as I made them collectively. But yeah, there should be. I say all that to say, I mean, I know I said it took a long time to say that. I'm surprised that they're not doing more in the run. But again, the adjustments they made just now on that drive, you know, they're slowly but surely they're having progress. They're able to get down here, get that field goal. They stalled out. But it looks like they made some adjustments to the running game, obviously, on that last drive. And I'm looking now. Let's see if they can put it all together next time they get the ball. But for now, we're going to watch Braxton Millions.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's up over 100 yards.
D-Free. Hey, he's killing them.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now a play fake.
I want to see this Chiefs defense step up. Oh, face mask.
Down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
I want to see the Chiefs defense step up versus the run.
So cognizant of that call
you know, I don't believe
pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They
that,
took out of their hands having to wonder
I could be
whether it's
wrong.
a 5-yard or a
I could be
15-yard
wrong.
inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see
Devontae Freeman is always good. I just don't. I just the way I see the Chiefs defense. I don't know if I would think that Devontae Freeman would dominate them like this based on the line. Based on the line. Not Devontae Freeman, but just based on their O-line versus their D-line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down.
Oh, look at that.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17
Nobody
yards
touching him.
There, the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs,
the overall, the highest guy, there's nobody on the other than their center, that Mac guy who they got from the Seahawks who's really good. He's the only one on their O-line that's above 90. One of their guards is like 83. The other one's like 88, 89. And the two tackles are like above 85 as well. But they're like playing. Look at how good they're playing. It's crazy. The Chiefs D-line isn't that good though, as far as what they got now. I'm pretty sure if I was to look at their ratings now, I'm pretty sure their line is better than like what they were at the time when I first started creating all these players.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Chiefs, come on, Chiefs, y'all need to stop.
Again, a first down carry.
Oh, look, it's too easy. Oh, it's too easy.
The 15, shy of the 10.
It's too easy.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Red zone opportunity.
So look at it. They had the number 5 rush defense in the league. You know? This zone running attack is always going to be good, though. That's the kind of running game that we're looking at right now with the Falcons. It's always, it's an overachieving running attack. It's going to produce better than what the players are.
But you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys to put him on the ground.
They're going to look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Heading back out for another drive. Here's Jamaal.
They need to put it both all together now. They need the running game and the passing game to come together. They need a touchdown on this drive.
They've got his attention. He's running it well.
You think they set off the alarm clock at the half? I think that's what went down. I know this, having played on the defensive side of the ball, if you do a really good job against a great
Falcons are in complete control.
Half, you're excited, you're fired up. You think the game
they need to continue their upward motion.
Can we do this for 4 quarters?
We need to continue that.
That's not happening.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Number 2 in the league. Takeaways, I mean, that's, of course, all simulation, but this squad, man, they're made to take the ball away.
Back to throw here.
Nowhere
to go.
No, he's right there, stripping Joe Montana.
Like this where the ball comes free, it's often
Third
unusual
and 23.
for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Chiefs on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be
1 for
third
9.
and a mile.
Oh, boy.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh.
He couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
They're in complete control of this game.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Look at the spin. Balance.
Oh.
51 yards on the punt there. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're
they
exactly
scored
right.
again this drive, this game's over.
They didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, okay, it's not definitely over, but
leverage. We always talk about
the way things have been going
in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about
they
every
gotta stop the
position.
run.
And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball
Falcons
away.
trying to pass for what reason, I have no idea.
Out near the 40 to the 39.
That's the AI for you, though.
Give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
See, it's easier for Michael Vick to pass against the Chiefs defense than it is for Joe Montana to pass against the Falcons defense. He's throwing the ball to Tony Gonzalez, Julio Jones.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Overall, man, I think this game does do a pretty good job at simulating
Second down now after the
It's
pass
not
completion.
perfect, obviously, but it does. I'm impressed with how well this game simulates the characteristics of a team and the players.
And he'll get this
You know, like right now, Michael Vick,
by much as he's down to the 48.
it looks like a Michael Vick game. You know, he's ran a lot, and
he was close to
the running game's going. So and Michael Vick's not. He did make a frantic throw.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when
you know, that was like probably,
yesterday about this?
Guess you could say that was a glitch to some degree.
It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten.
There it goes.
Maybe the turning point.
Turn that throwing on for 38.
Picked off by Derek Johnson, and the possession.
Try to make a play, throwing off the balance, running around, and that's huge.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Man, let's go. Joe Montana he's got to score this drive. They need a touchdown.
They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
We're going to continue to come out in these spread out formations, looking to attack that secondary. Deion, look at the recovery, bro.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Deion on Josh Gordon. I got Jerry Rice with the 49ers. If Jerry Rice was playing with the Chiefs right now, this game would be completely different. With Josh Gordon, I mean, there's not much Josh Gordon is going to be able to do against Deion in man coverage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
That pass play to Josh Gordon was a good read. It was a good idea.
At the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Deion, man, the way he closed on that was impeccable.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
All right, Michael Vick.
Maybe the turning point they need.
I think the AI is trying to make it friendly now.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is when you're
Jim, I would like to see like a, I would love a simulation game that is like to the T, like maxed out detailed to where it's like the closest thing possible to looking at the real thing. But you have control over what players, you could put Michael Vick, on the Falcons with Julio Jones. Like I would love for that to be possible. I think it would be the dopest thing. You get to watch. Look at this. We got Michael Vick going against Joe Montana with Jamaal Charles, Deion Sanders, Derek Thomas.
And that'll make it 2nd down.
I mean, this is dope. Got guys like Bo Jackson. I got him on the Raiders. But it's the game isn't. It's so different. It takes so much effort for me to get players to perform in a good way. I have to mess around with it and tweak it a whole lot. It takes a lot of time. Too much time. It's counterproductive. But I really wish that I really wish that there was a simulation game where we could play it this way. I wouldn't mind going up against somebody right now with a game plan, with my game plan. You know, kind of like a head coach. They have their game plan, I have mine, and you know, I think that would be so dope, man.
They'll go option to the short side. Fighting for the end zone. The football. It's out. And the Falcons.
See, that's why I was about to change the playbook. I probably should have quit the game, honestly. Like, honestly, it's like the Falcons should be running the playbook that the Chiefs are running.
But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Andy Reid and his read options. That's why him and Michael Vick were such a good match.
Obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
Yeah, next time I simulate the Chiefs, I'm gonna change their playbook.
One-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next
I really, honestly, I want to run this game back, but this game is pretty boring. I'm gonna be honest. Michael Vick doesn't have too many lanes to scramble. He is able to find some guys open. And then, for the Chiefs, no one can really get open. And everyone's so fast that Jamaal Charles, the running lanes close very quickly. This game's pretty boring. It's not as exciting. I simulated it, like I said, offline last night. I just would let it run. I walked away from it, and I recorded it on my PS4. And when I came back, I had stepped outside for a little bit. You know, I came back and checked it out. It was the Chiefs were winning by 1 point, and the Falcons were trying to catch up. At first, the Falcons were winning. In like the first quarter, or they jumped to an early lead. Then the Chiefs came back and they were able to sustain a lead for like 2 quarters. Yeah, for the second and third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, the Falcons were in the position that the Chiefs are in now. It's, you know, changing things up and figuring out a way to attack the Chiefs defense. Dante Freeman wasn't running all over them. Like, it was a good game. And I said, okay, wow. I said, cool. I'm gonna check this out tomorrow. I'm gonna just broadcast this tomorrow. But that's not how it turned out today.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground.
There are times when my PlayStation, like, I get the CPU where, like, it'll get to a place where I guess it gets very, if I've been simulating for a while, like in that day, it'll get to a place where the simulations are just really dope. Like, it gets into a whole nother realm, and the simulations just look amazing, and that's where it was last night. And I was like hoping I could get it back there, because actually, no, you know what, I did try to broadcast last night after that. I went online after that, because it looked so good, and after that, it looked horrible. It was terrible. It looked very silly. It's actually on. It's what I did last night. I thought that looked very silly. So I just cut it off. This was all right, but with this, I'm gonna have to change the playbook.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of looking at this matchup, so I don't know if I probably won't broadcast. I mean, I know no one's watching right now. You guys left the game because it was boring. Anybody checking out the playback, huh?
Because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field.
I doubt this game could be much better.
That's difficult for a team to handle.
And now we'll see if they can make it.
The thing is, if the Chiefs if they were performing better on offense, it would push the Falcons to do other things on offense. And we just get an overall more exciting game. It would just be more.
Decent offense, just better defense.
The Falcons are pretty. I think they're exciting to watch in high-scoring games. That's when Michael Vick goes real crazy. He starts doing all types of stuff.
He'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And they'll take him down.
They're going back to their old ways now.
Line. The reception good for
Joe Montana tried it. He tried Deion, and he realized, you know what? There's nothing. We got nothing here. There's nothing happening here. Still not too late, though. Still not too late.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, and it's complete to Kelsey.
So they've done that several times. They keep doing that same concept.
11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Deion Jones is the fastest middle linebacker in the game. His overall is like an 86 in franchise mode, you know. But that speed makes him. I mean, he's tough. He's tough, man.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A dump off for Charles. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play.
Well, Montana has certainly learned his lesson. That's for sure. Or at least, you know, but
2 minutes to go here in Super Bowl 52.
It's still pedestrian, you know. But Montana can do better. He can do more than this. Even with what he's working with, I just gotta change the playbook. He could definitely do more than what he's doing against
so
this
the
defense.
Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
He can even go. He can beat Deion. I've seen it in me like experiment. Like I've seen. He's had some nice completions on Deion Sanders. It just got to be the right routes.
They'll look to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Deion Sanders at the top of your screen, matched up on Josh Gordon.
On 3rd down,
they drop in zone. They're going that way. Deion knocks it down.
Incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Okay, we got to hurry up.
To pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Chiefs have got the
Panthers not too long ago were able to get an onside kick. So the Chiefs, there's hope. The Chiefs, if they score here, they can get that onside kick. Score again.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up
John
here.
Elway does pretty good
I didn't see anything open.
against the Falcons. I mean, John Elway does good against everybody in this game. I haven't seen John Elway look bad. John Elway's he's really good.
Throw left side complete. That's Lee. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
He has so much arm strength.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete.
Nothing.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So with that, we can just about close the book on this.
There's nothing epic or classic about this game. It's pretty boring.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
These aren't the 2 teams that you're looking for defense from. So I'm actually just gonna cut this off.